Hey everybody, how you doing? Happy Aloha Friday, April 11th, 2025. And it's getting through the week that we do, and then we get together here at the Abbacado shows. I'm the Abba. All the people in the chat are the Kados, and we just listen to music. Escape the world's energy dome and get into our own musical dome. In our dome is what I'm saying. Oops, job opening. So anyhow, I hope everybody's doing well. We're actually just going to jump right into it. Excuse me with my hiccups. We're actually going to just jump right into it. We're going to start off with the Wheel of Cheese. We're still not doing the noob Wheel of Cheese yet. We're just kind of dealing with some stuff there. So in the meantime, we're just doing our usual queso pobre. So there is a link that gets passed around every now and then. Where is that? Hey, thank you, Lacrimosa. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. So let me see. I could be naked, guys. I could be modless right now. So, So, that being said, I think I have to pin the thingy up to the top. Hang on for a second. Stand by. There we go. Okay. Sorry. I said I was going to get right into the show, and I'm like, let's do this, guys. Let's go straight for the Wheel of Cheese. We're going for the Wheel of Cheese right now. This is not representative. Here we go. This is not representative of the current name, so stand by as I refresh everything. Remember, the rules are nothing over 7 minutes. If it's over 7 minutes, it's an automatic punt because that's just how we do it. So here we go. I'm going to populate it. Let's see what we got here. Hey, not too bad. Not too bad whatsoever. So let's go. You guys ready? Do you see yourself there? Let's do this. Yeah, it's fatso cheese. It is... Oh, DJ Tambor. Okay, let's see what DJ Tambor would like for us to check out. Let's see. DJ Tambor wants us to hang in with him and experience a game. We're going to listen to music from a game. And this game title is called... Girls Frontline 2, Exilium OST. The name of the song is Black Eye Part 1. This is the first boss fight track that plays in the tutorial portion of the game. All right, so do we know what this means? This means that we're starting it off slamming. I have a funny feeling it's going to be a banging track. Let's go. All right. Ooh, some Cheese Whiz horns. I like that. Nice little hybrid crossover with the lower, darker arpeggiations with the strings. Kind of menacing, isn't it? That reminds me of an old Proteus French horn sound from like the 1990s. Oh, nice. I like that, coming in with the choral. So DJ, you're saying this is a practice session, right? I like how they just keep that ostinato going, or that arpeggiation, that string based. Oh, that's cool. It's like an intro to the game theme while you're playing it. Does it play anywhere else in the game? Oh, so the music's just generally for that warm-up session. Gotcha. You know, between the toms and the strings is what's keeping the agitation, yeah? Like the active action of something's going down. Just can't, you know, it almost sounds like just the vocal pattern is just from my headspace as, you know, as a composer, is just a repeated phrase. It could have been, you know, a phrase sample library, if you would, or something like that. It doesn't matter. It's just yeah, it kind of sounds like it. It's going to get a little busy up top. So for an opening track, like you said, DJ, like kind of like a warm-up mode to learn about the game and stuff like that, and like you were saying, I guess other characters get introduced to it. It was just like is the character actually battling or doing some kind of action like that? Like you're actually kind of still kind of getting in the action? Maybe is it some one of those things where it's also you're warming up your hands with the controller or something like that? Oh, it is. Okay. Yeah, I liked it. I liked the track. Actually, one of the things that they had in the track that I've talked about before is there's that repeating pattern, right, that we all heard in the strings, and that was actually really tightly in unison with the toms. Toms were like da 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 da, which is sitting right on top of the pattern. But there was a couple times where it did a little bit of that one three-note pattern that I always talk about, da 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 da, that kind of cynical thing. So I enjoyed that. I did. Oh, it's turn bass as well. Okay. Well, DJ, you won. How do you like that? See, the wheel of cheese speaks well for you. Okay, next up, one more wheel of cheese, and then we're going to get going. Let me refresh my refreshing. And let's go, and let's see who else we got here. You guys ready? Really? Well, we'll work out another dono program for you. Let me see. Let's see. Oh, got a little thicker. And we're spinning it. Are you guys ready? Let's go. No. I don't even think he's here. Where's Skippy Doodle? Skippy. Skippy wants, oh geez. It looks like Skippy and the kebab seller are having their own request fest, if you would, for this incredible artist that I have tremendously just fallen in love with. Just full stop. As a singer, as a performer, I'm just totally blown away by her talents. And needless to say, I'm sure you guys know, it's going to be Ado. You just know it's going to be mental with the start, right? It's like an Alice in Wonderland acid trip. She's so talented, man. This is amazing. I'm not. What do you say? But it sounds kind of like a funhouse production, you know, like a circus funhouse. Just crazy. What do you say? It's really funny in the thumbnail. I don't know if you noticed it, but there's that Focusrite converter there. God. Nice messing around with the drums there. You know what can I possibly say that we don't already know about this? It is absolutely mind-numbing. I just can't imagine all of that different dynamics and power and soft and beauty and grit and tear and shred that come out of a single person like that. I've never, ever in my life heard anything like it. I know that once I heard that guy, I think he, why do I want to say, where is he, from Russia or something? That one guy that has like a 7-octave voice range or something like that, or Kurdistan or something. I don't know. He's got like 7. So I've heard, extraordinary ranges on people and, incredible vocals without a doubt from around the world. But there's nothing that matches this. Nothing whatsoever. Nothing at all. Nothing that I can put to it. I think the only thing left is to maybe hear Ado perform, like, let's say, a full-on, mellow death, kind of mellow deathcore. Let's see, like, that power and that Ginsu knife of her voice to cut through. You know what I mean? It's just freaking mind-numbing. Yeah, I think it's a 7-octave tone. I keep on forgetting who this guy's name is. He is, I don't know. Maybe you guys will come up with it. And I forgot who it is. Yeah, that guy's pretty incredible. But that guy's got an incredible voice. But her dynamics are just unmatched. And the music itself was just, like I said, it's like Circus Funhouse kind of vibe. So you could have just taken that like this was a bad head trip. Actually, by the thumbnail, it looks like at some point, whatever this represents, it's like, I've given up. I don't know. Something like that. Oh my goodness, yes, that makes me an Abbacado. Oh my gosh, guys, you got to give it up for MP3. Did you see that comment? An Abbacado. Jeez, yes, I am officially an Abbacado. Oh my God, that was great. All right, here we go. Let's get into our regular scheduled show now. All right, guys, so as we move into the donos, I'm going to do these 4 first that are lingering all the way from the 5th, and then I'll get from the top to bottom. So we're going to start with A Coral Reefer. I don't know if he's here. I did want to... Dimash, yes, Dimash, that's the artist I was thinking about. So let's get to A Coral Reefer. I did want to wait. I don't know if he's with us right now, but last time I elected to wait. And not do his that first time around because of, I'm thinking it was a very generous donation and I wanted to be here for the show, but he's not here, so we're going to do this. Guys, buckle down. This is going to be about 28 minutes, and this one is from the movie Man of Steel, Han's original sketchbook. Let me see. Sorry, Jeeves, I had to do it again. Just one of those songs you just have to listen to. I know it's long, but bear with me. As you know, Hans Zimmer, one of the best cinematic composers, takes you on a journey of what Superman is. This song just makes you feel that you're Superman himself taking a trip through his life. So that's what we're doing, guys. Let's all buckle down and let's see what we got going on here. All right. So when this is Hans's original sketchbook, I wonder if this was kind of a rough outline of what he would end up breaking up and using throughout the movie, pulling some theme work from, or if this is just like an add-on to a soundtrack album release kind of thing. I like the guitar thing, yeah. Oh, they pulled it back a little bit on the mix there. How do you like that? Vangelis vibes. I don't know, because of that percussive echoing off of that one thing, it's kind of giving me the full-on Chariots of Fire vibes. Kind of wondering what this music is going over since I never saw the movie. Or maybe this is maybe a merging, like a solid mix of multiple scenes of sorts. So far, like anxiety driven. The audio that low? Okay, I'll adjust it after this track. This is standard Hans Zimmer building moves here. It almost sounds like this would be like an ominous part of the soundtrack where it's, you know, super dark, whether Superman's flying through storms or you know, very dark, gloomy night, kind of a la Batman. Everything seems to, right now, this whole thing seems to have a very insidious kind of darkness to it. This sounds kind of pseudo-triumphant. Yeah, like that kind of moodiness like you're talking about, Mandrix. I guess, you know, for me, I guess I'm having to kind of guess a little bit, I guess, because I never saw the movie and stuff, but I'm guessing this must be overseen. That's kind of emotional, kind of like an unraveling of sorts. Oh, I see. That's kind of what I guessed at the beginning, Senor Wee. that maybe this was like, it says right here, kind of a notebook sketching after like a spotting session. I mean, if this is like a mock-up, it sounds already cinema quality. But if this was like a mock-up to show the director like the power of simplicity. That's another thing that Hans Zimmer always does is he really likes to fuse in so many different elements in his score work. Like that, I don't know if you want to call it an odd little slide guitar vibey thing there. Sounded like an octave turnip. Da, da. I can see how this can be a really cool standalone listening session as well. I think when a Coral Reefer brought this on, that was his, you know, like as he was presenting it, that it was just a great listen in and of itself. Still there, just pinning us on that ambient atmospheric vibe. I mean, for me, I'm just enjoying this as a vibe only because I didn't see the movie, so I know people are like, oh, what? We just never saw any of the Superman movies. Okay, come for me in the comments, I get it. Nope, not even the Christopher Reeves ones. I mean, so far this whole scripture has always, it's kind of kept it in that dark vault of vibes, all heavy pulling. This could be like the last battle of the movie. You're getting ready, you're setting for it. Like that, the vocals in the background there. can hear one of the sample vocal patterns, the A-E-I-O-U's. You know if you know. Was a lot of what we're hearing actually translated into the original score? In other words, if this is like a rough outline, you know, like a sketchbook, and he's using all these analog pads and these, you know, kind of cheesy horn sounds and stuff like that, it probably used as the, like I said, the mock-up for live orchestration. So some of that is recognizable. That little pattern's been going on since the Last Supper. I would have hated being the guy mixing this. Could you imagine taking the mix notes on this? You know, from Zimmer sitting there. No, change minute 13 something, minute 22 something, minute 16:14, I need this. Minute 22 something, minute 27, I need this. But then let's reflect back to minute 6:32 when the tom-toms were not as loud as the oof. Could you imagine being the engineer on this thing and getting this out there? I mean, there were a couple of disconnects, just when the pads may have gotten soft enough that they, you know, segmented their mixing and stuff. But, you know, for me, like I said, it was a very mellow listen for me. Obviously, there was a lot of ambient scene, repetitive kind of things going on there. And like I said, I'd say 85% of it was all very that dark, cynical, spooky, you know, close interactions. You know, it's Superman, right? Man of Steel. So there isn't a lot of, you know, a Peter and the Wolf style composition going on there. I know you're not chuckling, but I am inside. But without having a movie or anything there, I was like, just having to guess through it. And then I said, forget it. Why try to guess it? Just relax and listen to the registration and stuff. So registration, orchestration, Jesus. I think I'm going to have to minimize these tracks. I know people are sending me these long tracks and stuff, but it exhausts the fuck out of me. but not in a bad way. It's like I'm like I get a little anxiety with it because there's a part of me where it's like, since I can't put it together with anything, you know, I can't, you know, it's hard for me to kind of zone in on it. And then if I have something to say about it, I have to kind of remember, oh yeah, that thing that happened at like minute 7:14, you know. So I think we'll work on that. I'll talk to the mods and see if there's some like kind of pre-note or something. And if I figure out maybe nothing more than 12 minutes or something like that, I don't know. It's not, I enjoy the music and I enjoy people's passion for wanting me to hear these pieces, but I feel like I'm listening to them and I'm listening to them, but I don't feel like I'm responding in a way that I could be or should be without talking over it and then destroying the experience, kind of a thing. Oh geez, 1 a.m. just came into the house, guys. He posts his first thing and now we're gonna have a war. You know, no, I'm kidding. Incoming! So we'll work on it in the future. It's not like what's happening now. We're just working on it in the future, but you know, I'm just saying. Okay, next up, also from that April 5th hold there is Tonto Corazon. I hope Tonto Corazon is here. And if not, we're doing your song, sir. If you are new to our journey here on Twitch and you're a new Cado here from the Abbacados, you're lurking in the background and stuff. I do export these all the time onto a YouTube VOD channel, and then 1 a.m. I believe is still outputting them on Obesity, I think it's called. Is that what it is? That other site? Something like that. So let's listen. Let's see what Tonto Corazon wants. And we are going to be Odyssey, I think it is. Oh my goodness, that's what AOL, right? Instead of LOL. I'm sorry, I suck. I'm just that guy. Tonto Corazon wants us to listen to an artist called City and Color. The name of the track is Mountain of Madness. And the message has been listening to City and Color for almost 20 years now, and he's still one of my top 3 artists. Please enjoy the voice of a depressed angel. Oh, wow. Okay, let's do this. Let's go. This is from Tonto Corazon. What a voice.
But you get so alone at times, and all you're trying to do is heal. What is this great misunderstanding?
I think what really makes the vocals stand out is that sizzled, saturated sound of the instrumentation. Even that bass, did you hear that?
What if we let it just disappear? On top of this mountain of madness, it's a long way down to hug around.
What a great polarization between the beauty of his voice and the backgrounds, yet the friedness and saturation of the rest of the backing tracks.
The
bass.
That once the final bell has rung, you've earned
sad, salty blues vibe, you know, but what incredible production.
Please forgive me for asking, but there must be a better way around. The streets are on fire, roses are dead and gone. On top of this mountain of madness, it's a long way down, so long, so long,
Excellent use engineering with all those long reverbs.
so long.
Even the lack of compression on the snare. Almost as if they used a tube mic on the snare. I can't tell either, but its phrasing sounds like it could be a guitar. Oh man, it's over. Oh, Tonto Corazon, thank you so much for bringing that in there. What a great track. I got lost in it. I think once I said the things that I wanted to say about it, which was, like you said, though, that angelic, sad, distraught performance of the singer against like a really gritty back, arrangements and stuff in the musicianship. And also, not so much the musicianship as much as it is the tones that they decided to use. And what they did with it, you know, as far as fried them up, you know, put a little of olive oil in the pan, you know, heated it up first and then threw all the instruments in there to give it a little bit of that sizzle. I also, at the very beginning, just when it was just that kick there, it was kind of fun to listen to that. I was going, man, there is just no compression on that snare. Or maybe there was a really light one just to keep it, just to keep it slightly under control. Same thing with the kick. It was just so loosely woven, but the dynamic between the fried background, you know, the instrumentation and stuff in his voice is what made this, you know, chicken skin for me. I was really loving it too. Now that solo, I couldn't tell. I was feeling that it was, you know, like a guitar, obviously fried through whatever side chaining or you know, rerouting that guitar player used. Only because at the very end, there was some phrasing where I said, oh, that sounded a little Pentecostal blues. I don't know, pentatonic, sorry, blues kind of. And it was a very sad blues track. If you really boil it down to the ridiculous, right? I mean, that's what it sounded like to me. I know, right? SV, that's what's happening. That's just where we're at, okay? Start me off with a 30-minute song, and this is what's going to happen. The disintegration is going to start immediately. Speaking of which, SB, we're going to hit on your track, and then the Dono Domino starts with the upper edge, with the you know, the super donos that have been coming through. So let's do this for SB, because I also know SB. Didn't you say you're also going to be heading out soon enough? So it all worked out pretty good here. We're going to be doing another track from Thornhill, who I know we just did a track with them. They just recently released this album. Did you go to the concert? Do I recall that you were saying you were getting ready to go to their concert or something? Anyhow, here's the message. Aloha Abba, and of course, Avocados. It's taken a week of multiple, and multiples of listens for me to sink my teeth into the new Thornhill album, Bodies. This track is my favorite thus far, aside from the singles. No gigs for me this upcoming weekend, sadly, but I could probably do with a week off. Yeah. From the super moshiness. All right, let's do this. This is Thornhill. This is SB's favorite track thus far. Let's see if we can jam with it.
Baby, loosen your resolve. Let me in
Well, you know it's gonna bang, right? By the way, I pushed the volume up on the music. It's a little better. What a nasty guitar sound. I think we're just getting into some really super strong, back to the roots power metal kind of vibes here with a track like this. I can't wrap my head around these guitar tones. They're crazy. Triple it. Hey, Maddie, happy Aloha Friday. But I love what I'm hearing, man, and the fact that they're not over leaning on techie engineering. They're making it work without it like being a forced play. I'm telling you, the guitar work almost sounds like it's more of a digital emphasis with like a key patch that's being played in unison with it. Yeah, Australia, I'm digging in with that one as well. Kind of a Linkin Park vibe. Now, what is that? Drop sphincter? Like a drop sphincter kind of key. Jeez. That was such a banging track. My takeaway, SB, on this is I had said earlier while listening to it, this is what we're in for now when it comes to metal and all the subgenres, is that we better start getting kind of used to the fact that they're going to really enjoy integrating a lot of very unique engineering techniques. Stop starts, where we're coming in, getting ready to tack the balls to the wall, and you just get the hammer and the nail ready to go, and it's like, and then they're going to hit you with something to chill you out, trick out the vocals and stuff and do some ambient work and stuff. And then they come back, and they leverage the ball peen hammer against the ball, and they're going to hit you with it. And then the other thing that's happening also that I'm noticing is that the experimentation with all of the guitar tones that are happening now, I think is also allowing for it to get deeper and darker and heavier. You know what I'm saying? Because now they're playing around with, perhaps, the last chugs of the track I heard sounded a lot more guitar-ish, if you would, than a little bit more of the held out, maybe quarter notes or half notes and stuff. In some of the longer, not quite chugs, but chord changes, it sounded like there was an emphasis of some kind of a dark synth that was an undertone of it, you know. But that's where we're going with this. And I thought this was a ball slamming track, as well as, like I said, when I was talking about the tones earlier, I'm starting to get used to listening to these tracks a little differently now. You know, I don't know if that's good or bad, but I'm spending more time kind of looking at the details of the shadows than sometimes looking at the whole picture. And that might not be a good thing, but at least when I'm listening to it, that's where my brain goes, kind of thing, you know. So anyhow, SB, there you go. I hope you enjoyed hanging out, or we all chiming in on your track. Okay, we're going to start now from the master donos, the giant donos, the biggie donos. So we're starting right now with Makuzia. Are you still with us, Makuzio? How are you? I hope you're well. Happy Aloha Friday. Thank you very much. Very generous donation. And so Makuzia wants us to check out some anime. There he is. How's the weather for you over there, Makuzia? Are you in a comfortable, sunny kind of place? Let me see. We're going to be listening to Natsumi Kiyora, and the song is Tabi no Tochuu. You got to do that to me. So I think I may have said it correctly, but maybe this is I said it well enough so you folks can understand. So the message is, this is the first opening song of the 2008 version of Spice and Wolf anime. All right, let's do this. Let's go. Got a nice little waltzy vibe, that 3/4 thing going on. The bass. The anime composers are always so rich with movement. With the chord changes, you know. There's a little bit of a Beatles pull in this, I don't know why. Nice little answer back there with the strings. I was thinking it was going to major third there, but maybe they'll save that for later. I like when the snare is doing its thing. They've actually completely removed the kick arrangement. Or they minimized it, it sounds like. I like for an emphasis of the orchestrating that the first strings are following the melody. Those are the tough lyrics right there. They snuck in that third there. Did you hear that? There it is again. Major third high. Just flicking you right in the nose. Ah, right there, brief cutoff there, or snappy cutoff. Yeah, very folksy track. Just once again, it's when you have this kind of writing with the Japanese composers and stuff, they really emphasize so much about the melody on this. But it sound purposefully like they really were going for that folksy, swingy, kind of 3/4. You know, whenever you hear anything in that tango count or in that da 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 da, you automatically start kind of, you know, giving it this kind of a thing. It actually is a super nice track for an opening, if you would. I guess that's what you were saying, that this was kind of the opening track of the anime. The soft and super chill vocals that were happening in the background. There was a very weird thing that was actually happening in the mix. So I don't know if you guys caught it, but there almost felt like there was a split or something happening in some kind of compression, almost as if they sidechained the instrumental mix. They had the vocal mix, and there was some weird compression going on. I don't know, or maybe it was the upload quality of this, but nonetheless, excuse me. Nonetheless, I really love the kind of swimminess of the track and the whole kind of lift of it all. It's really well. So this is the full track. I see. Okay, I see what you're saying. Well, Makuzu, thank you for bringing it in the house. A lot of people really enjoyed it. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. Stand by. I just got a message from one of my mods. Give me a second here. Sorry, that's nervous whistling as I'm reading this. Okay, thank you, 1 a.m. I'm reading this and answering you here on the stream. So, okay. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go and pick up from where you're talking about, 1 a.m. After a couple more. I'm gonna do Gingers and Judgment Kazi, and then I'm gonna pick up on the Elder Scrolls, or the Elder Scrolls, Elder Donos. I'm making a mistake here on the forum, guys. I'm sorry. Old man kicking in here. Next up is Ginger. I don't know if Ginger's in the house or not. And Ginger would like us to listen to some more Vylet Ponley, or is it Pony? Let me see. This one is called Pest. Hi, Jeeves. There's some more Vylet. Oh, Vylet Pony. Sorry. Right. Here's a meme I made about this. This time the opening track from the concept album Monarch of Monsters. No long write-up on this time since I just got done driving for 5 hours. Won't be able to catch this live, so I'll see it on the VOD. All right. Well, this is from Ginger. Ginger, thank you very much. That was a very kind dono. And he did write down the lyrics here for me to read, so I'm going to be doing that while if you see me looking this way, it's because I'm reading the lyrics. Okay, let's go. Oh, I like that. The overdub piano vibes. I also have to keep in mind that this is still one individual doing all of this.
Maybe I'm overthinking, but you didn't try your best.
Ooh, I love the effects on her voice. Is so talented. This is another one. This is another wonderful find from my experience listening to music. Whoa, she does with her voice there. It's definitely letting somebody know that they are a pest.
Oh, it's nothing. It's only borrowed time. When I see you smile, I think that I might die. And I know that you're still me.
I love all the little small intricate sporadic arrangements that go in there.
Would your friends still spill their guts? Should I play into a stereotype I made of myself? Or is a moment in time when I'm doomed?
I'm going into stim overload.
Point of saving the world or yourself when the greatest villain is you.
God, the choices of sounds that she uses are so abstract but work so well together.
How tragic it is to know I'm you. Cursed are all who know us too. I just
Great engineering.
can't stand to see your smile. You've been such a pest. Oh, you're such a pest. Yes, you're only a
Another great thing about the track is she never lost the whole thing. What a tremendously gifted composer, musician, creator. You know, we're pulling this from here, people. When all of us who do anything artful, I don't care if you're carving or whatever, you take something to make something out of nothing, even if you're throwing clay or whatever the case is, it's all coming from here. And in the case of Vylet Pony, there's such a depth in her creativity that shows in so many different levels, from the smallest little, maybe 2 beats in a measure addition of just one thing that'll never show up again. It's just a little bling, you know, all the way to the balls of the arrangement on this track. And also the familiarity for me of the track and how I was able to get into my stimming, if you would, which I'm going stim, 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 is one of the unique things in the art form sometimes of writing music, is to find different ways to carry on a pattern, and maybe you don't know that a pattern's being carried on. Dun, 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 dun. But then that might change from one arrangement that's bolder to something very small to something else. And she's a master of that. And also, Ginger, by the fact of you bringing this artist in for myself, it's just another ever expanding, being humble that for as long as I'm living, I get to experience art like this, you know. And you know, I definitely, if I'm going to put you in the top 5 of performance dynamics, as I consider Ado, I'm sorry, but just stratosphere, this young lady here has an extraordinarily communicative, if you would, relatable power in her voice. I think that's what I look for when I listen to vocalists that have, I don't care if they've got great ranges and stuff like that. If I can't feel some kind of vibe through it, then all you're doing is circle jerking your talents just because you can. And this singer seems to be one of those that can. So another great one, Ginger. So now go back with your friend and go to Coachella, or if you're watching Coachella or whatever. I hope you enjoy it. And again, man, thank you so much for bringing this in the house. I think the Kados really enjoyed it, is what I'm saying. I know. Is that something, SB? What are you saying? The fact that she learned an instrument to... Yeah, I mean, it's just mind-numbing. Yeah, my next album should be like, you know, like a stimming album, like, you know. Maybe that'll be like the next thing I release on the Sounds of Tranquility. Songs to stim to. I don't make fun of it because it's part of the ADHD thing, right? So anyhow, give me a second here. Judgment Kazi and Lacrimosa, you guys are going to be coming up next. And then I do have to catch up. I was pointed out that I did miss a few. So just hang in there. So Judgment Kazi, we are going to be listening to a track. Oh, now this is crazy. Just looking at the thumbnail, I think I'm in for it. But let's do this. This is kind of nuts. This is called Masayoshi Takanaka, and the song is Beleza Pura, Taj Mahal Live 2008. Hey, Jeeves, I needed a little tropical pick-me-up today, and I figured I'd share a song with you sent 2 years ago. You were sent 2 years ago. However, this time it's live. Ah, okay. I actually think it's a superior version with all the band members getting a chance to shine in the spotlight. Enjoy the vibe and the incredible live performance of Takanaka. Yeah, Masayoshi Takanaka. Oh, I'm sorry. I just ripped that to shreds. All right, let's go. Oh, it's going to be one of these fun ones. Okay. That's what it sounds like when I'm cleaning my windshields. Cleaning. That's that kind of run out of Astroglide vibe. I'm sorry, did I just say that? I love listening to these guys. Sounds so cool. That's that old 73, isn't it? Yeah, I was just about to say something about the drummer. You'll listen to what he's doing on the snare, you know? It is. This is like you want to get up and you want to be... That's what I'm talking about. There's that guitar. Look at that thing. I want that. That would be that's such a badass design. I love that guitar. Somebody help me. I know somebody's going to clip that out and make fun of it. I think the guitar even has its fins on. A little bit of a calypso. Damn it, see, the fact that it even has fins on it, I'm so jelly. watching there are having the best time of their lives. That percussionist on that very odd setup of drums is actually killing it. You listen to the pattern. Oh, he's changing his guitar. I don't know, man. There's just something to be said about how wonderful this sounds. I just love it, man. I'm sorry. Sorry, I went off, guys. He was like, okay, I need a real guitar in my hand, please. Can somebody get the surfboard off of me? Boy, you know, that electric piano is taking, you know, kind of front and center there. I love that in the mix. Oh yeah, unlock the door. This is just a great jam. Uh-oh, bass player. So that must, are we in the key of E? You know, the drummer has also been crushing it too, with a lot of snare work going on through this whole track that I loved. Quado's like 2 steps ahead of me. I don't know, but that vibe right there, that what they're playing reminds me of the Rod Stewart song. Everybody's got me. Oh, that sounds like my asthma. Sounds when I'm laughing. When you guys send me these tracks where I get to watch these musicians play, especially if they have some of the older 70s and 80s chops and stuff like that. This is so fun to watch because for me it's, you know, part of the whole vibe and everything is not only watching the musicians having the best time doing it, also respecting the musicianship, but also, you know, watching the people fully enjoying it. You know, it's fully encapsulating. But the track was really fun and bouncy. It definitely had a little bit of like, am I saying maybe it's not calypso? I'm trying to remember what calypso vibe is. No, I don't think it had the calypso vibe. I don't know. I think I'm just cycling words right now in my head, trying to find something to say to get it out of my brain and through my mouth. But the whole thing was just a really fun, bouncy little vibe through and through. Yeah, a little rumba, you know, kind of a vibe and everything. But to me, though, actually, out of everything, I was really enjoying the keyboard player that was taking over, that was holding down the Rhodes vibe. You know, to me, that was like I was listening to him going, yeah. And also was one of those great keyboard players that can do left, right hand type work as well. Super fun track. I think we all dug it. I think I scatted a little too much. I scatted my rumba. And I know the Quado was dancing too. And I know that somebody's going to clip out that stupid dance that I did, but that's what I get. Lacrimosa. Are you still here, my friend? I know you were here earlier. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for your kind donation. There you go. How you doing, Lacrimosa? Happy Aloha Friday to you. Let's see what Lacrimosa is bringing into our Kado listening experience here. So the band name is Gaerea. Gaerea, is that am I saying it right? Gaerea? And then the song is Laude, not loud like L-O-W-D, but Laude, L-A-U-D-E. So some good old black metal Friday. This band, Gaerea, pronounced with a G in front of it, okay, Herrera, is from Portugal. Absolute wall of sound with some of my favorite sounding vocals in black metal. Whoosh! I think this is our first heavy, how do you do, slam and metal of the session, I believe, on the black metal organic vibe. Let's do this from Lacrimosa. All right. Let's go. It's got a little bit of a doom metal vibe too, yeah? No? Maybe? The drummer's just crushing right now. I like this part a lot. This section kills. Oh, is that the Sleep Token Black? Lacrimosa, you're right about that wall of sound, man. That is just crushing. The drummer is doing the heavy lifting of the aggravated chaos rhythmically, but the guitars are just raw. Oh, what a great guitar tone here. I mean, it has to do with the voicing, but wow. And where it's being played, and what part of the triad, where it's being played on the neck. Ooh, nice. Give me a break. I love when bands do this. Loved how they gave us that break. And even gracefully bringing us back into the doomed blackness of it all without the drummer actually going into fry over zone. I love that. That's my mechanic. No, there's my mechanic. No, that's my mechanic. I love what the drummer did. I love that. Went from eighths to 16ths with the kick. Wow, this is coming from a heavy area. Oh, was that it? God, actually, it could have gone on a little longer. I was really digging listening to the different kind of dynamics of what the band took us through. So, you know, they opened up at the People's Elbow, really dark tones and stuff like that. And I like what the guitar was doing, was not overly agitated and overly riffaged or chugged out. And like I said, the drummer did a lot of the heavy lifting on keeping that, you know, the aggressive nature of the arrangements and stuff, while the guitars were actually fairly melodic. And once again, I think that's that thing. I think that's that kind of arrangement and composition that you watch out for when you're in these kind of bands, that you know that if your lead singer or the performer does mostly the rip shredded vocal, you know, tearing vocals and stuff, that doesn't necessarily have any melodic quality to it. I don't know if I should say melodic quality, melodic, what? Fill that in, fill in the blanks. Where you lean on the music, the musicality of the musicians a little more to give us something, you know, memorable to hang on to. One of the things that always gets me every time when I listen to tracks like this is when bands like this, obviously this was done in 2022, and so also I'm recognizing that the engineering is a little cleaner. I love the little packet, if you would, that the kick owned in the mix compared to everything being all all reverbed out or long, almost kind of a, I'm going to say this, it's not quite what I don't know how to say this, kind of have a little bit of a shoegaze quality, shoegaze doom black metal quality maybe a little bit at certain points, because they just let these big chords just ring out and run, you know. And but when they gave us that little break at about the 3-minute point, I really appreciated that. And then when we came back in, it was the drummer, when I was talking about earlier, was like, he did that for like 8 measures. And then the next 8 measures was or they doubled up on the kick or something. I think and then that next, you know, from I think it's 16 to 24 in the measure on that, after that slowdown, the drummer brought it right back into, I think, the 30 seconds. I don't know if I'm completely got it correct, but I love that build. I love that kind of texture build and something like that. Now, briefly, just going to flip it to something completely different. So I guess that must be when they put on that black stuff on their arms. I was always wondering how guys and gals or band members, you know, put, when they make themselves blacked out like that, if that's, I go, man, are they tattooed that way? Or are they, no, but it's sweating and I can see, you know, so I guess they put that on. It doesn't interfere with their hands and playing. I'd be scared to death of that it would be getting in the way of my playing and stuff, but it's got to be hot. That's like closing up all the pores. I know that has nothing to do with the song. I was just saying, geez, you know? Yeah, well, a lot of people, the identity thing is a big hide thing, isn't it? That whole thing that just went down with Sleep Token in that last song I was listening to, Caramel, you know, the fact that people are trying to blow their identity even though they're behind the masks, you know. But I'm assuming that all the bands go through the same thing too. People try to pry into, you know, finding out who's who, you know, a la Buckethead, trying to figure out who's what. Adds to the allure. Anyhow, great track. Hang on for a second. I got pinged again. I'm in trouble. My mods are telling me I'm in trouble. I'm grounded from something. I'm just kidding. No, I mean, I'm not kidding, but I'm just kidding. But I'm not kidding. This last text wasn't from the mod. Sorry. Give me a second. Okay. Okay. Next up, Skeletank. Skeletank, are you here? Skeletank. There he is. Hola, vos. ¿Qué te parece, mono? ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué ondas? ¿Qué dice, pibe? We're going to be listening to a band called the Jetzons. Not the Jetsons, but the Jetzons. Name of the track is Hard Times. Let's go. For some reason, I just got a whiff of like Madonna's underarms when that thing started. It was like kind of like that bass and the drums. Yeah, like a sturgeon, yeah. Lacrimosa, you're right. Her armpits could have an OnlyFans page for sure. It's a great bass line, but it's really 80s. And that definitely sounds like a Lindrum, that snare. Even a clap, it's got to be a clap. That clap sounds like the original Lindrum clap. And you used to be able to tune that clap. Even those toms. If the composer's trying to emulate that 80s first album Madonna sound, he smoked it. Completely got it right. Even with the clean guitar strumming. Oh yeah, Pet Shop Boys, another one. Oh my God, with a fade. What a cool track. Now, I don't know, I'm looking at this thumbnail, and I guess the composer, let me see if it says who the composer of this was. No, it doesn't say. It was released in 2008. So I don't know what this was attached to, if this was attached to a show or something, but or a movie or a TV show. But if this was a standalone and the object was to sound as close to the 80s vibe, freaking hands down winner, you know, except for the vocals were obviously a little different, you know. Hey, Gestalt, how are you? Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, Old Man is on Twitch and tons of music here. And I'm glad you dropped by and said hi. So hang out. Everybody say hi to him. Let's give him some of the Kado Aloha to Gestalt. Okay, let's see. Let's see what else we got here. Senor Rui. Senor Rui. Senor Rui. Senor Rui. Sabadibda. Senor Rui. I'm not making fun of your name. It just reminds me, when I say your name sometimes, it reminds me of that thing on TikTok where it sounds like that person's going, Asabida, Asubidi, Subidui, Subdu, Sabida. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So Senor Rui wants us to check out something called, from the band Nothing But Thieves, a track called Senyest Rien. And the message is, roses are red, violets are blue. I can't pronounce this track, but neither can you. Bruh. Really? I just admittedly read that. Let's do this from Senor Rui. Senor Rui! That's the one. That's the one I was... All right, here we go. I already love the starting of this. Nice. Did not expect that. love this. Great engineering.
Open and swallow your fantasy. We've come to witness the death of the sea. Fill me with pleasure, opens a dream. Stops me from
This is badass. I'm digging this track.
there's a hole in the sky.
I know that bass, isn't it? Just banging. God, I love the tones they're choosing here. I think another reason why I love this track, it's not that over-sterilized, super clean, you know, over-the-top emphasis on engineering production. Yeah, man, this is badass. All right, so you guys were saying at some point that it had kind of this. Let me see if I find a nice little spot to highlight. Screw it, right here. Here we go. Stoner sludge. Okay, so I can understand that with the tone of the guitars and all that, but I thought I felt like the musicianship was just a little more kind of pushing more of a. I don't know, how do I say this? I think somebody put in the Queen of the Stone Age vibe. Have something along the lines of that. But the tone, I thought the tone was just badass, super badass. Sure, there was a little bit of trickery going on in there with the engineering, but I think this might be, you know, that tug of war that's going on right now with a lot of music that's being released. That's just, let's just put it this way, so perfectly produced. And what I mean by that is by, you know, really taking it to, you know, plus 20 fire damage as far as, you know, mixing and clean and very unique trickery going on here to like, they used a little bit of that, but with the lack of choppiness of the chugs and the more the humanized aspect of the performance and the drum sound, I think was really super important in getting to this kind of more raw-er vibe from the track, you know. But I do, when somebody did pop in a little bit of the sludge stoner vibes, I was getting that in the tones of the guitar, but I felt it was a little more progressive just in, maybe it was the performance a little bit. I think in my head, stoner and sludge, I still have more of that kind of whiny, I don't mean like whiny like, yo bitch. I meant like whiny, like just long, rah, 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 like, you know, zombies that are stoned kind of, you know, sluggy and sludginess of it. This had a little bit more of that riffage, you know, and that bounciness of it. So, of course, I'm still, even after all these years, I can't consider myself to have that kind of knowledge on the different, probably sub-genres, if you would. Yeah, Akayas, that's another good one. That's a great drop in there, too. So, nonetheless, great track. Señor-oui, 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 Señor-oui. The driver 458, and then I'm going to take a short break, guys, and get back into the big donos. So stand by. Driver 458. We are getting into the loop here. We are going to be listening to a band or an artist called Netsky featuring Emily Sandi. There we go again. Drop those names on me. The name of the track is called Thunder. And the message is, at the time of me posting this, we New Jerseyans have been getting absolutely pounded by dreary weather these past few weeks, which reminded me of this song. Powerful chords by R&B singer Emily Sandé, backed by drum and bass pioneer and experimental Netsky, makes it feel like you're in the eye of the hurricane. All right, we're doing this for the driver. Let's go. All right. You just know by the description this is going to be a soft pulling back the curtains. There's a little pizzicato there, isn't there? Can you hear it?
It's a storm and it's coming and it's faster than an airplane. You can try, keep on running, but no one can dodge.
Aloha, Shadow Dane. Thank you.
And it's burning, lighting up like a volcano. You can try to ignore it. You can try. Hey, did you feel the earthquake? Did you feel
That's what you guys are talking about, the D&B vibe.
Oh, did you touch the hurricane? Did you see it? Oh, how can you just walk away? Can't you hear it? Oh, thunder, thunder roll. Hey, did you feel the earthquake? Did you feel it? Oh, did you touch the hurricane? Did you see it? Oh, how can you just walk away? Can't you hear it? Oh, thunder, thunder roll. There's a love that we're missing. There's an ocean of paradise. This is poison we're
I love this
kissing.
pulling back from that D&B vibe and bringing it back down for us.
There's a force and it's stronger than any strength of you or I. There's a love, there's a love. Hey, did you feel the earthquake? Did you feel it? Oh, did you touch the hurricane? Did you see it? Oh,
There it is. I was waiting for it. Where's it coming in?
can't you hear it? Oh, thunder, thunder roll.
But I like that this programming of the D&B isn't quite as aggressive as that other program that's more like it's a little more straight in the programming.
Hey, did you feel the earthquake? Did you feel it? Oh, did you touch the hurricane? Did you see it?
And I also love the simplicity of the tracks is allowing the vocals to really live in its space.
Can't you hear it? Oh, thunder, thunder roll.
Was that it? Oh man, I was so digging that track. For me, when the Dumb and Dumber, the drum and bass thing came in, I was thinking, okay, this is where it takes off. This is where it's going to live, and there's probably going to be some cut time stuff happening here and there with some usual. And I hate to make it sound like usual, but I mean, you start to expect that like they're going to set it up and then they're going to mute something and let something run, and then something happen in the background, and they start getting really tricky with the engineering. But what I liked is that they had more fun, or whoever the Netsky, I believe, is the composer or the DJ, had kind of introduced that kind of style of like stop start or glitchiness with it by actually messing around a little bit more with the drum programming instead of just living on the drum and bass pattern. So I liked that. That was really cool. I also liked the fact that it wasn't overly arranged with a lot of, let's say, Spangle style or infected mushroom style, a lot of things that could be happening in the background there, that it was kept nice and simple so that the melody can really vibe through it. So, I mean, that's the way I felt about it, Mr. Driver. So, thank you very much. I hope you're doing well, too. Happy Aloha Friday. Guys, I lied to you. I have one more song to do. I have a huge apology to make to Mel Choirblade. Apparently, this slipped all the way through from March. I guess I may have done something wrong in the forum. So, before I take my break, I was made aware of this by the slave driver. I mean, my buddy, 1 a.m. And we are going to be doing that song right now. So the name of the track is from a game OST called Aawright. I guess Aawright. The Market of Volfinor. If I'm saying that right. It goes, hey Jeeves, this is one of my all-time favorite representations of what the piano is capable of. Would have loved a live recording, but this particular recording by Nojima has a nuance and a care to it that I find unmatched. And this is the previous. Okay, where is Mel Choir? Are you here, Mel Choir, by any chance? Oh, please be here. Okay, well, you'll catch it on the VOD. So, all right, let's do this. Once again, this is from, there you are. How you doing? Good to see you. I'm sorry, if you said hi earlier, I was busy reading. I so apologize it took this long to get to it. My bad. I don't know what happened to it, but I'm glad that 1 a.m. is holding my feet to the fire. I mean, that he didn't blow it on the forum. I mean that Patty Cakes wasn't holding, it's Patty Cakes' fault. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, let's do this. The violin is actually filing up in line with unison with the guitar work on the right. I love that. But the subtleness of the kind of like toy box arpeggiation up to this point was beautiful. It just stayed through the whole thing. Got kind of a very nice Renaissance vibe, yeah? Kind of a folksy Renaissance. Ooh, the bass! So rhythmic and so beautifully uplifting through these changes. pulled out of focus a little bit by the drum position in the mix. And the unique of the engineering aspect of that as well. It's not a bad thing, I'm just, for some reason, it's pulling me center. This is the jam right here. Melon Choir, that was a beautiful, beautiful track to bring to us. I was automatically brought into that what we just heard. You know, that pattern that we heard, it sounded like it was trying to either mimic like a toy box or something of that nature, and just get it. And it was a very soft pattern. Whatever it was that they used in the patch to do it, didn't have a lot of high-end attackiness to it. So it was kind of a soft introduction, you know, harpish, if you would, but it was a really pretty pattern. And then how they actually rhythmically started growing with that. And then on top of it, having the stringed instruments, I couldn't tell if it was like a lute, maybe, and not a mandolin, but it definitely didn't sound like it was guitars. It possibly could have been capoed or something like that. There were so many of these really wonderful, raw, organic instruments that were infused in it that sounded fantastic. The whole thing was, except for that arpeggiation that opened it up and closed it, could have been a synth, you know, just a patch in there. A lot of moving around and counterpoint answer backs, you know, between the violins and the flutes, and some very nice. There was this one line where the violin at the very beginning had stepped off into the melody, and it was identically being played by the guitar player on this side here. And it was such a great complementary matching of instruments, just however it came across in the mix, because, you know, you still can get very abrasive in your bowing to have everything sound perfectly on a beat, da 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 da. But then that's a spiccato or a kind of a staccato vibe of the bowing there, and it takes away a little bit of the flowiness of it, you know, unless you're just doing something with the standard bowing. But having the guitar playing identical to it gave it a little bit of the punch in the meter, if you would. Punch in the meter, punch you in the meter, punch you in the teeth. But, and you were right about that piano. I was looking at that piano, and I love when the left hand does the 158, 159 kind of a thing as the rest of the melody is lightly dancing around on top. So